Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of the Lacie and Conor Peterson tragedy. Okay, so my first video on this described the last 24 hours before she went missing. So we're going to be picking up right at the moment that provoked her unaliving. Everything in this video is alleged, in my opinion, based on the energy of the cards. So, yeah. Can't make that any clearer. This is an energy reading, and I'm interpreting psychically the meanings of the cards. All right. Rose of 4. All right, Spirit, I would like to start at the beginning of whatever provoked this incident to happen. Okay. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And this is a very lazy, no initiative, kind of irresponsible person that really should not be in charge of the finances, because this is a person who lives well beyond their means. So that they can, you know, come across as a certain type of individual, you know, one with resources and money and, you know, but really they don't have it. They have nothing to back themselves up. Yeah, and then this is the Chariot in reverse. So this is a forceful type energy. So with this card, it's like, it can mean giving up on something. And it can also mean being very forceful because you're not seeing the movement or progress quickly or enough, right? So you're seeing like delays and it's just frustrating you, so you get forceful and aggressive over it. So this card is speaking to me both Scott's side as well as Lacie's side. So, you know, she was powerless over the situation. And she was really close on giving up on the marriage, if not already made her decision in her mind that she saw that this was not going in the direction that she wanted it to go, or that she had hoped for her marriage to go. And then Scott's energy being very aggressive and forceful, and he can see that he's losing the battle with the marriage. And then all of a sudden he gets an ignited passion, and he sees an inspiration. He's getting inspired by this fight, almost like it's growing, the idea is growing in his head, like, hey, if she goes missing, I get my life back, and I can date whoever I want, and I can do whatever I want. And I don't have to get bogged down by these responsibilities. So the Ace of Wands right there is like the starting point of when the aliving happened. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. This is a nurturing and sensible, caring homebody woman, and this is representing Lacie. So this new idea that he got in that moment has to do with Lacie. Okay, what happened then? Being out of control. Temperance in reverse. He goes out of control. And he sees also a financial opportunity in this. Life insurance. And then the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is chaos and obstacles that he has to now overcome. Way more obstacles than he had before. Three of Pentacles upright. This is about collaboration and pooling your energy. Interesting. I want to see what that's about. Because as far as I know, he didn't have any accomplice or anybody helping him. $111. Oh. I just got these, so I don't have all of them memorized. There's a lot of them. Over 100. Okay, so the beginning of the end. Oh my Lord. That totally was for him. The beginning of the end. But that's not telling me about this collaboration. Who was he collaborating with? I need another token. $77. Energetic frequency. Interesting. Okay, so let me just get this straight. 77. Energetic frequency. Okay. And the beginning of the end. Okay, so the energy that he has been manifesting for a long time was the beginning of the end for him. So I don't know when these thoughts started coming into his brain about like wanting a different life, but basically he's been working himself up to this moment. He could have been thinking about this in the, like, you know, just in the back of his mind, not paying too much attention to it, but it had been on his mind for a while. And it was like he was waiting for the universe to give him certain signs that it was time to do this. That he deserved to have a different life. Yeah, and this is carelessness. He was really he was really, the sheer level of his lies alone was almost like, it's like he couldn't help himself. It's like the bigger the lie, the better for him. In his head, the more attractive it sounded. But really, he was digging his own grave every step of the way. Yeah. And his illusion and his facade was crumbling, especially his facade about Amber. You know, trying to pass off that he was single and... Ugh. Okay, so at some point, he's starting to come to a creative block. And what's interesting is that the Empress is usually a card that signifies fertility and a pregnancy and divine feminine energy, and it came out in reverse. And the picture, the Empress on it, is actually pregnant. So I just kind of find that a little bit interesting. Because at this point, Lacie's gone. And he is now realizing, I got to get rid of her. And so that card is telling me he had a little bit of issues about... I guess after the moment, he was so much adrenaline pumping through his body, he could not think clearly. And he was kind of back and forth in his head about what he was going to say, what he was going to do, and all that. Because he did tell a couple people that he was golfing, and then he told others that he was fishing. And so he was just all over the place with his story. Yeah. And then this is the King of Swords. And this is dishonesty, controlling, manipulative. Yeah. And just dishonest behavior. Knight of Wands. Here's that hot temper and lack of self-control energy coming through again. And this is the card that is all about being defensive. Not standing your ground in a positive way, but, you know, refusing to... It's like a little bit of refusing to be accountable for oneself, but like... You know, just being overly defensive when if he has nothing to feel guilty for, why are you so defensive? Yeah. So this is Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and this is where he's experiencing some setbacks so early on. What were those setbacks? What setbacks was he experiencing? Oh. Hang on one sec. So... the world, the setbacks he was experiencing was, okay, so this card is describing completion. And this is making me feel that he didn't necessarily... He didn't unalive her efficiently enough. And so It's making me feel that, like, she woke up a bunch of times. Like, he would strangle her and she would come back. Because I don't think he had ever killed before, so he really didn't understand how long it took. So, and then once it was done, he left the house to prepare his stuff, the anchors and all of that. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and this is a deep family conflicts, and that is an understatement. He broke the traditions, like literally, he broke his vows. Six of Wands in reverse. This is retreat after failure. This is fear of failure in this specific instance. So, like, yeah, him worried that he's going to get caught. And so he's reevaluating his whole plan. And the Sun in reverse, this is about delayed gratification. And it's almost like he was kind of expecting to feel more fulfilled after this act. But he doesn't. So he goes back to focusing and, yeah, trying to get this thing cleaned up and dealt with. And this is where he's ready to act. He's done everything he needs to do with the body. And now he's re-entering the world with his newfound story. I came home, found the dog loose, found the dog loose in the backyard, had a shower, made something to eat, put some of his clothes in the washer, and then proceeded to the neighbors to ask, where his wife was. And this is where the releasing of the pain comes in, the crying. But really, he didn't do any of that. This is like repressing emotions. But I don't really feel like he had much emotions to even repress. Let's get a token for that. Scissors, 48. Something needs to be cut out. Him. Yeah. And he just went on, moved on, packed up the nursery, used it as a storage room. He just went on with his life. Claims that he was waiting for her to come back, yet the looks of the house did not look like he was waiting for her to come back or even hoping that she would come back. Yeah. And then we have the Knight of Swords, and this is very... At this point, he is feeling very restless. All of the media attention that this case got, it really had him on edge, and rightfully so. He should have been. Oh yeah. So then we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is giving and receiving help. This is the community reaching out and doing everything that they can to help find Lacie. This is making me feel like when he was at the hotline, the tip desk, and they were getting all of the calls and tips in. Yeah, and he was completely disconnected. He just wanted to see that go away. And he cooperated with the police, but not very well. It's almost like he did whatever he did just enough to kind of skate by, but it wasn't genuine. Okay. Let's get some true crime on this. True crime oracle. Okay. 4 cards for the first row of this tarot spread. Clean up. Assassination. Money. Greed. And I could, that's absolutely right. He was only concerned about his life and his needs, and that's it. Jealousy. And I do believe that this Lacie was kind of feeling like left out. And how could she not, right? Like, women can always sense when their guy's stepping out. Like, poor lady. Beach. And that's exactly where the remains were found. Or at least Conor's. Man-made disaster. Yep. Suicide. I don't know. Let's see what that means. Let's get a token. What does suicide represent? Weird. We've got the bathtub. $141. Self-care. Oh. Let me just get a tarot card to clarify this before I say it. Okay, so I got the Six of Swords, which is moving on from something. And the token is representative self-care. So, allegedly, my opinion, based on the energy of the cards, his original plan was to make it look like she did that while she was in the tub. And it's like, I'm even like seeing him in my head being like, oh, honey, I'll draw you a really nice bath and make you a really nice drink. Like, totally, you know, doing that kind of thing. Okay, and that didn't obviously work. Okay, 4 cards to wrap up this reading. Outer space. What about the outer space? We get a trophy. And that's 82. Recognition. Okay, yeah. So this is representing all the attention that he got from people on the outside when word got out that Lacie was missing. He got a lot of sympathy and public recognition, but that soon turned on him. Okay, 3 more cards to represent and wrap up this reading. Hidden. Taurus energy. I wonder 118. I need another clarifier because, yeah, it just says Taurus. Oh, weird. I got a key. So, like, hidden key. What is this hidden key? 53. An important element to resolve the problem. I need to figure out if Amber Fry is a Taurus. Okay, I'm gonna, after the reading, look that up, and then I'll let you guys know what I found out in the next reading. But there's somebody who is a Taurus. Either could be their moon sign, their rising sign, or their sun sign, or their Venus sign. It doesn't have to be their main sign. Holds, or at least at this time, held hidden information that can solve a problem. So I don't know what astro sign Amber Fry is, but I'm feeling like maybe this is referencing her. Last card. Oh no, actually 2 more cards. Party. Christmas parties bringing to mind. What is this? An iron. Can you see that? 67. Put things right. Find solutions. So it's like, this is making me feel that when so their first date was at a Christmas party, Amber and Scott's. And I'm feeling like when they went to that Christmas party, that's when he made the decision that the only way to go forward was to get rid of Lacie. And that party was what solidified his decision. Last card. Debt. Scott lived well above his means. I remember hearing that he had a lot of credit card debt. And there's a credit card right on this. Just for the hell of it, let's get a token. $133. It's a book. Something left unfinished. No closure. Yeah. Him. Interesting. Okay. Well, that is it for part 2. I'm going to brainstorm some questions for my next reading. Yeah. So I will see you then at the next reading. I hope you have a great day. See you next time. And if you liked my video and haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. I upload a few times a week, and it would just be wonderful to have you on the team. Okay. I'll catch you next time.